I'm Danae Mahanadet, covering a recent electric car race between Exeter, West Greenwich, and Chariho, with several unexpected twists that led to things not going quite according to plan. In the end, the team stuck it out and solutions were reached. Here are two interviews with Mr. Searle, one of the club's supervisors, and one of the students who drove the car, about the race and the challenges faced. Catherine interviewed one of the drivers, their backstory, and how the club handled all the complications that were thrown their way, including the other participants not showing up to the race.
This is Catherine Larned discussing the EWG Electric Car PLT with car driver Gwen Fugel. I dove deep into Gwen's experience and perspective of driving and building the electric car. Although the team faced some difficulties during the race, they were able to overcome those challenges and have a successful day. So, what is an electric car?
An electric car is something powered by electricity or batteries, not by actual gas.
So, what was it like to drive the car?
It was pretty fun. It doesn't go that fast. It goes around 25 miles an hour if it's fully charged.
What materials did you use to make the car?
There was a lot of materials going into building the car, but it was mostly metal and wires and protection to make sure if you hit anything you wouldn't get hurt.
So, what made you interested in joining the electric car PLT?
Well, I like things that are hands-on, when you get to build things and stuff like that, and I was oh, it looked pretty cool, so maybe I'd get to drive it.
Yeah. How long did it take to build the car?
Well, we started in January, and we ended around this month, or last month, actually.
So, what were some of the challenges you faced when driving the car and building it?
There wasn't really any challenges necessarily that we couldn't handle. Just a few misplace of things. So.
How long was the distance the car traveled?
About 9/10 of a mile.
Where did the race take place?
In Ninigret Park on the bike trail.
Did everything go as you planned? Did anything bad happen or anything unexpected?
Mostly everything went according to plan, except the chain came off the sprocket and wrapped around the axle, but we were able to fix it. We were able to fix it.
How did you handle that?
Handled it pretty good. We have one bike that goes from one side to the other side just in case, and we had people with monitors and we had people with walkie-talkies around, so we were able to tell people at the start that something went wrong.
As you can see, Gwen had a great time with the electric car PLT and being involved in the race progress. The community is so excited for the future of this group. Back to you, Danae.
Thank you, Catherine, and we hope the whole team had a great time at the race. Next up is Samantha Gordon interviewing Mr. Searle on his perspective of the club's successes and hardships.
This is Samantha Gordon interviewing Mr. Searle, the supervisor of the Electric Car Club. He will be giving us some insight into the electric car PLT, the building process of the electric car, and the turnout of their recent competition.
The car race was not a race, it was a duration competition. It was at Ninigret Park in Charleston, and that was on May 19.
Gotcha. How long did the overall building process take?
We picked up the car from the Rhode Island Computer Museum as a kit in December, Christmas vacation. So it's been since basically January that we've been working on it.
Were there any large setbacks in the building process?
Oh yeah, we assembled and disassembled that car probably a dozen times, and we'd finally tighten and torque everything down, and whoops, we've got to take it apart because we're going to put siding on it, or aerodynamics, and whoops, now that all fits, we're going to take that all off so we can apply a wrap, for example, to make the designs stick on well. It went together and came apart dozens of times. Yeah.
Personally, what was your initial lookout on the building?
What do you mean lookout?
How did you think the competition was going to go? like, just your opinion?
I really thought that the battery was not going to hold up as well as it did, because in our testing in the parking lot, even a little grade, like coming up through the courtyard, just demolished the battery. And yet we were able to make many laps on a flat course. It was about 9/10 of a mile. I think we probably made 35 laps on the original batteries. We didn't have to swap any batteries out. So that was kind of a surprise to me.
Yeah, that's nice. And how long has this club existed? Was this the first year, or has it?
It's the first year for us at Exeter West Greenwich.
And do you plan on continuing it next year?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But we're going to get into the electronics a little bit more, because I don't think anybody on the team could define a watt hour, for example, or a joule, or an amp, or an ohm, or current, or voltage, or like we ran a battery powered vehicle and didn't have a real good conversation about electricity, which is what we're going to do, I hope, in the forthcoming project. It would be really cool to use some programming tools to be able to monitor the battery drain and, have a gauge that we program that shows how much battery life we have left, or how much range we have. That would be kind of the next step, because mechanically it's done.
Thank you, Mr. Searle. We congratulate you and the team on your successful race. We are glad everyone had fun. If anyone watching is interested in building electric cars and are up for a challenge, you should definitely consider joining this PLT next year.
Thank you, Sam, and all our interviewees for their time. Congratulations on winning the competition and overcoming every obstacle thrown your way. Have a great day, and thank you for watching.